Salam alaikum alaikum salam. This is Tata Matamba. Today we're doing a video on plant medicine in Palo Mayombe or in Kisi Malongo. And it's not going to be a very long video. This video was requested also. I'm not going to go in depth with the actual practice part of it, but I'll give you guys the concepts of the way the Bakongo observe plants, the way they see plants, and the way that we should all see plants in that way. It goes in very in depth, so I can only be limited due to initiation rights. So we're going to go ahead and start with the dictionary. So all these things refer to plants in the Kikongo language or in the Afro-Cuban. Bembenina, Nhungu, which refers to the actual pipe because it is looked as a pipe. Quimbansa, Nkunya, that's more Afro-Cuban. Nkunya is like the tree palo, right? You can also say Nti for herbs, Ufuta, and the actual leaves, they use Macaia for the actual leaves. But most of the time I use Bimbenina to refer to plants, or also Kimbansa or Nkunya, but that refers more to the bath and the palo, right, the sticks. So the Bakongo's perspective on plants. The Bakongo sees and comprehends that plants are pipes, like figures which hidden substance flows through them from earth. A plant's function is to extract all kinds of Nkisi, right? Nkisi means ancestral force. It's a dialect, so it means many things. An ancestral force, chemicals, substance, medicine from the depth of earth. These Nkisis are nutritious, curative, seductive, sweet, bitter, sour, spicy, visible, invisible, sticky, smelly, and can be abundant or rare substances. So when we understand the way the Bakongo see plants, right? The Bantu or the Bakongo have a unique way of seeing plants. Each plant on earth is looked as a pipe or a pump, right? Nhungu, which refers to a pump, which has a special power and unique function in relation to where it grows. Plants have power, and there is also a natural law, which we'll get into, like insignia di ganda, like the seed, right? That biogenetic package inside of the insangwa, which refers to the seed. They have a very unique way of seeing plants, right? They extract those substances from the bigger partial, the bigger futu, or earth. And I can give you an example, like when we see sugar, right? We say, oh, sugar cane produces the sugar. The Bakongo do not see it like that. The Bakongo see that within the futu, within earth, within the entoto, right? Within the ground, the sugar, the salts, the vitamin C, the zinc, all these substances are within earth. And the sugar cane is specialized to draw out, to pump out the sugar within, its life and within its body. Another example can be the orange tree. They don't see it as the orange tree produces oranges. No, they see that all the Nkisi, or the substance inside of the orange, is extracted from the futu, the bigger partial. And the orange tree or the orange plant, right? The orange tree or the plant that it is specialized to extract that Nkisi or that substance. Because an orange has potassium, has phosphorus, has vitamin B, vitamin C, calcium. Those things are within the earth. Salt, sodium, and the plant is specialized to draw out through its pipes and produces oranges, and that's what we consume for life. The bigger futu gives life to us, and this all is interchange or inner chain, like everything's connected through the food chain, because the very basic things are from plants. And even within the ocean, algae is considered the ancestors of plants, because within the ocean, that's the primary or the base food source for all the fishes. So, if these things go a little bit more in depth, they see things a little bit more in depth than just what meets the eye. Hey, the tree, the orange tree produces oranges. No, they see the tree as a pipe who extracts all the inkisi from earth and produces oranges for us to be able to live in animals and give that kinenga, that balance to life. We're gonna go ahead and look into a few pictures, and I want you guys to observe the plants and see them as the Bakongo sees them, to see them as pipes who are stuck to the ground, and they suck. They're able to suck up that inkisi. So these are pine trees, and they're able to suck up those minerals from the intoto, from the ground, from the bigger partial. Same with these. All plants suck up these materials, and there's healing plants, there's edible plants, there's plants used for many types of functions, right? And they all have their name. The healing plants are called Bimbenina biambukila. But you have to remember that plants with healing properties are able to heal because of the specific inkisi it draws from Ntoto or Futu, the bigger partial, which is earth. Edible plants are called Bimbenina biandia, like lettuce, celery, stuff like that you can eat edible, that gives you calcium and stuff like that. Not that it's specifically going to cure a specific illness. The one that cures a specific illness is Bimbenina biambukila. Edible plants are biandia. Now, there's also plants like Bimbenina mpiala, which these plants are used to make like beauty products, colors, dyes, and perfumes. So you have to keep, there's different types of plants, and they all have different types of purposes and healing properties. But there are certain natural laws, and that all depends on the nsangwa, right? That biogenetic package or the seed. Like there's a law that if you plant, right, and apple seed, and that plant grows, it's not going to give you oranges or watermelons. It's not, because within its biogenetic package, it's not able to extract through the pipes, right, that specific mineral or inkisi. So, that Nsinga Dikana is very important. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. It's who we are. It's also in the seeds, in the plants, in the animals. It's everywhere. So these are all concepts that are all united. It's a way of seeing nature. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend you to go see that video. So now let's go ahead and get into the way that, us in Palo, we use plants. So how we use plants in Palo, right? We could call it bilongo, right? That medicine, or all of the things that get put together to activate an inkisi, or to heal, or to curse, or to damage, or to poison anything. The bilongo, right? We use plants as in polo, which that refers to powders. You can make powders out of trees, out of plants, out of dry leaves, out of good leaves. There's many ways of doing it. I'm not gonna go into the practice. Mamba or Mama Ndiambala or Kimbansa, which is umiero, known as en la ocha or en ifa, which is the spiritual bath with herbs, where they rip them up to extract that medicine from the leaves. So you can then take a shower or even to drink. Or there's some that you'll rip them up and you drink the mamba to heal the body or to heal the aura. Then we have incense, like you can burn certain plants so it can give off a certain scent or smell to cause peace or even to frustrate a person or a spirit. It doesn't matter. Poison, you can use plants that are poisonous to do harm to people or to fight off other diseases or insects or other things. And medicine, right? You can use plants for medicine, all types. But we have to understand that, at least within Palo Mayombe, you're going to hear that many tatas, even I say that also, the spirit gets attached to the plants or the trees. And there's a way to activate the plant. Because within Ifa, even though that's a whole other AT or another thing, if you have Osign or you're an Osainita, they say that once you know how to cure yourself with plants, you shouldn't even be initiated, because you can cure any illness. Within Malongo, within us, within Palo, that's a whole $10 you know, because we introduce a spirit, a conscious being to it, to do that bilongo. But those are more secrets, and I can't speak that through here. There's a difference between you using, like a doctor uses medicine to cure a certain illness, and then when you use that medicine and you introduce it into a spirit for him to empower himself to cause an effect within Kuinseki or within a person's life or within a person's body, within a person's mind, in general. You see, so that's a whole different other topic. You have to have things very differentiated, right? You have to differentiate things, separate things, and understand things for what they truly are. That's why there is traditional healers, where we involve a spirit to cure certain illnesses that the doctor can't comprehend and know why was going on. Other times it's just the doctor gives you medicine and that's what you needed. The body needed that medicine. It was lacking that mineral or substance to actually cause a change within your cells that are actually alive, right? You don't control your cells. Your cells control themselves. Those things are not conscious. The body can look at it as technology. You know, you introduce these substances and it has an effect to it. It makes you numb, it makes you this, it makes you that. So there's a lot of information, a lot of medicine, a lot of, let's say, also spirituality within plants. I'm not a healthcare provider, so if you're going to consume any plants or any teas or any of that stuff, make sure you consult with an actual licensed doctor. If you're going to introduce plants to your rituals or your bilongos, be very careful. Make sure you know what you're doing. Take these things seriously, because you never know what effects it can have within your life or within your patient's life, within his body, and within their mind or your mind. So you have to be very careful. I'm gonna let you guys off with Nsingadikana Ningakatu Bukako. Always hold up the tradition, make the right decisions for the tradition. The community's umbilical cord should never be cut. It should be reinforced. That's what that means. Nsingadikana Ningakatu Bukako. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to contact me, is tatamatamba88@gmail.com. Salam alaikum. Malaikum salam.